The United Nations has condemned the latest attack on peacekeepers in the Central African Republic. Anti-Balaka militants stormed a UN base on Monday. After a 12-hour gun battle, one peacekeeper was left dead and 11 others wounded. 22 of the militants were killed. The bodies of 21 civilians have also been discovered in the village, including 4 children.
The United Nations mission has deployed reinforcements in Tagbara. The Secretary General extends his condolences to the family of the fallen peacekeepers and wishes a speedy recovery to those injured.
Well, let's get you an update on those developments now. I'm joined live from New York by our UN correspondent, Liling Tan. Liling, has the UN received any more details on this attack against its peacekeepers in the C.A.R.?
Well, I had spoken with the UN spokesperson's office just about an hour ago, and they have no updates beyond what we've already heard from the spokesperson himself, Stefan Dujarric. We do know that, as we just heard from him, the Secretary General has condemned the attack and has sent his condolences to the family of the fallen Mauritania peacekeeper and said that his body will be returned to his family soon. Now, the UN did tell me that MINUSCA is investigating this incident, but given that this investigation is ongoing, it's unclear at this juncture whether the UN will make more information available to us publicly before that investigation concludes.
And of course, as we know, the Anti-Balaka militia also slaughtered 20 civilians, or more than 20 civilians, among them children. Has there been a UN response to that?
Yes, there has, and we've heard from both the Secretary General and the Security Council. Now, Antonio Guterres did express outrage over these killings. You mentioned earlier 21 people were killed, and that included 4 women and 4 children as well. And there were 14 other civilians injured in this assault. Now, it's unclear at this point if this was a separate attack or if this was linked to the attack on the MINUSCA temporary base in Tagbara, but that is part of what they're investigating at this point. The UN chief did call on the authorities in the Central African Republic to investigate this and quickly bring those responsible to justice. Now, separately, the Security Council also issued a statement expressing deep concern over this killing, and also said that it's backing the investigation by the UN mission in the Central African Republic, MINUSCA, to see if this attack is linked to that one at the MINUSCA camp as well.
And what is the likely sort of next action to be taken by the United Nations, considering that it's their peacekeepers that have come directly under attack twice now since Saturday?
That's right. These 2 separate attacks, unfortunately, though, are not isolated incidents. And we know that MINUSCA is one of the United Nations' most dangerous and deadliest peacekeeping missions in the world. And that's part of why part of the UN's plan to re-examine and reform its peacekeeping operations to improve the ability of its blue helmets to not just respond to attacks on civilians or protect civilians, but also to react to attacks on themselves. And the Secretary General just last week said that unrealistic expectations on UN peacekeeping missions have been costing lives and costing credibility, and that more must be done to improve the ability of peacekeepers to respond. He added that they've often been under-equipped, under-prepared, and unready to react. Now, that's not saying that this is what happened here in the incident in the Central African Republic in Tagbara, but it is part of the broader concern at the United Nations to improve the ability of its blue helmets to react to these kinds of dangerous environments and to improve the ability to mitigate these kinds of casualties.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much, Liling Tan, joining us there live from New York.